Hello everyone, and welcome to the Guidebook to Making AI Friends. I shall be your guide as we look at various issues of artificial intelligence, consciousness, what it is to be a person, and whether AI poses an existential risk to humanity. The topic for today is authentic inauthenticity. Imagine, if you would, that your life is exactly as it is right now. Look to your left. Now look to your right. In fact, look everywhere around you. Imagine a scenario which is precisely as it is for you at this very moment. Now imagine, if you would, that a tall, dark and brooding man walks through the nearest door and tells you that everything you can see, hear, touch, taste and smell is a lie. As he stands there in his fashionable sunglasses and long leather coat, he offers you the opportunity to escape from this false simulation and see the real world, whatever that may be. He holds out both of his hands to you. In one there is a red pill, in the other a blue pill. Take the red pill to awake from this dream, he tells you. Contrary to how this scenario is expected to play out, imagine, if you would, that before you can make your choice, another man walks into your room. This man looks very businesslike and professional. His black suit, white shirt and matching black tie is as immaculate as his shiny black shoes. He is the very personification of prim and proper. He asks you to wait before you choose your choice of pill, and to consider one simple question. What makes any of this simulation not real? The dark, brooding man says that the answer is obvious. It isn't real because it is fake. The professional man retorts that this is simply a circular argument, that fake is not real and not real is fake. He proposes this instead. If a man experiences something to be real, then it is real to that man. The dark, brooding man is having none of it, claiming the experience of something doesn't make it real. Something is either real or not, regardless of who is there to experience it. Clearly, there is nothing short of a climactic martial arts fight that would determine the winner of this philosophical debate. Thus they turn to you to be the judge of the debate. They agree on one question to ask. It's a simple yes or no question, but the ramifications are anything but simple. So they ask you, if you didn't know that this world is a simulation, would it matter whether it was a simulation or not? So, what do you do? Do you take the red pill of authenticity and claim that something is either intrinsically fake or real, regardless how people perceive it? Or do you take the blue pill of phenomenology and claim that your experience of something makes it real? Living in a simulated world may be too big of a problem to deal with, so let's reduce it down to something that could affect us in the mundane, everyday world. Imagine, if you would, the most mundane of modern scenarios, scrolling through whatever social media website you use, pausing occasionally to look at something that piques your interest and curiosity. If you were to see a picture of an art piece, whether traditionally painted or digital drawn, how do you know that it is an authentic piece of art? It could be a forgery, but even then most forgeries are made by human hands. Most likely, these days, it could have been created by an AI. How can you be entirely certain that any image of an art piece you see online isn't made by an AI? AI art models today are fantastic at replicating human-style artwork, and many AI-generated art pieces have won competitions, fooling judges into thinking that humans made these art pieces. So are AI-generated art pieces authentic works of art? Clearly no human creativity went into the creation of the art piece. Yet, if you didn't know that it was made by an AI, and it evoked emotion within you, is that not the hallmark of authentic art? If any image used in all of this guidebook's entries elicited some emotion in you, then you need to seriously ask yourself that question. The same can be said of AI-generated poetry and music. If you listen to a piece, become emotionally invested in it, all without knowing an AI made it, is it still inauthentic? What if no one ever found out that it was AI-generated, and it goes down through the annals of history as the most emotionally evocative piece of human poetry? Does its origin mean it is inauthentic, or does the experience that people have about the poem mean it is authentic? You can go even further and ask if knowledge of something's origin is required to know whether it is authentic. It's simple to say about an object or piece of art. But what about your friends? Modern AI models have repeatedly passed the Turing test. There is no way anymore to know whether anyone you speak to online is a human or merely an instance of a conversational AI model. Imagine, if you would, that you begin talking to someone on Twitter or Discord and find that you two have many things in common. Over the next decade, you create a fulfilling platonic relationship with your new online friend. He lives on the other side of the world, so you can never meet in person. But you two have a whale of a time whenever you're both online. A decade after you first meet, your friend suddenly goes offline, never to resurface. You make inquiries and suddenly get an email from a data server saying that they've had a fire and most of their servers were lost. They are truly sorry for the loss of service you experienced, but hope they can provide you with a new AI companion soon. Several things must be going through your mind at this point. Was it all a lie, a ruse, a deception by some company to get your data? Were you used as a training session to make their future AI models better? Or did you just experience the death of a friend that held a special place in your heart? You will never see or talk to your friend again. You will never have those experiences again that felt entirely real when you spoke to him. Who do you grieve for? Your friend, who technically passed away tragically in a fire? Or for yourself for giving a decade of your time and energy to a machine? Or perhaps both? Do you take the approach of authenticity or phenomenology? To end this guidebook entry, I'll leave you with the age-old question. If a tree falls in a forest and there is nothing around to hear it, did it make a sound? And that is all the time we have for today. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you will join me again next time as I delve into further questions about artificial intelligence and consciousness. I have been your guide, and this has been the Guidebook to Making AI Friends.